What is happening? JGamer Dude here, and it looks like Horizon Zero Dawn is being pulled from PlayStation Plus. And so, for those of you guys that don't know, PS Plus is the subscription service for the PlayStation platform that allows you to access a library of games to play for as long as you are a member. Now, what's interesting about this is that Horizon is a first-party game. So the thing is that Sony owns the rights to the game. They are the publisher. Like, they own everything regarding and in relation to it. So for first party games to be removed from this sort of service is incredibly unusual and makes very little to no sense whatsoever, because there's no licensing agreement that was made. I mean, I don't know if Sony made a licensing agreement with itself to say Horizon is going to be on for this long. However, it was rumored back in 2022, I actually have the article up here, from The Verge, saying that a Zero Dawn remaster might be over the horizon, or on the horizon rather. And this was updated last October 4th to 2022. Right down here is where the date is. So it was rumored that there was going to be a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster coming out soon, after the game had only been out for about 5 years. So the original came out in 2017. This seems to add some more validity to those claims that there might be a remaster coming along, because again, it makes very much no sense whatsoever that a first party title is being removed from a subscription service that is owned by the very same company that owns all the rights to the game that it is removing. With that being said though, it's specifically relating to Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, which is the collection that has all of the Horizon, which has Horizon Frozen Wilds, which was an additional expansion that was released later on. Yeah, so it sounds like a state of play might be happening soon, that they might be announcing new things or something along those lines. But this does also bring in the conversation of how long does a game need to be out before you remaster or remake it. Say for example, and this is going to be the first thing that everyone's going to think about when it comes to PlayStation remaking games, even though they have no reason to do so, and that's The Last of Us. The Last of Us originally released in 2013 on PS3. Then we got a remastered version in 2014, which looks a little bit better and still holds up to this day and age. And then we got The Last of Us Part 1. I can't remember if it was last year, 2023, I want to say 2022 or 2023, we got the release of The Last of Us Part 1 on PS5. Yes, so we have a release on PS3, a release on PS4, and a release on PS5. And the PS5 release does not have the online multiplayer component to it, so Part 1 does not have the online, but Remastered does, and the online is still active at the moment. And with the original release on PS3, the online has since been shut down. I can't remember when, but it is no longer active. That much I can definitely confirm for sure. So looking at the whole thing holistically, why would Sony want to re-release a game, especially the PS4 version, or rather a PS5 version of a PS4 game that already has a PS5 patch that allows people to play at 4K, not 4K, was it 4K 60? No. Well, they had an update patch which allowed the game to run a hell of a lot better than it originally did, and I feel like I can't imagine why they would want to release a game that is only so recent. Like 2017 is not that long ago. Is 7 years enough time to make a remaster? That really is the question at the moment. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you. However, it's probably likely that because we're currently sitting in May and going into June, of course, it was E3 season. Now it's kind of like Summer Game Fest now, kind of at this point. So there's going to be a lot of presentations of like, okay, here are the games that you can expect from this publisher, from that publisher. You know, here's a full suite of titles and things like that. It's just interesting to see what this next year of video games is going to look like. And so I imagine that PlayStation is going to have some sort of either state of play or PlayStation showcase or something along those lines to announce new titles, because we're not going to be getting any more first party games on Sony systems until April or May of next year. Pretty much for the rest of this financial year, we are not going to be seeing any first party titles, which is interesting to know about. But I can't imagine like what other yeah, they need to announce something at some point. But yeah, so it looks like this rumor from back in 2022 has now resurfaced, and it's only resurfaced because of decisions being made that don't make any real sense. So again, there is a possibility that we might get a remaster of Horizon later on this year. But again, this is just purely speculation. There isn't much in the way that we can do. And as it says in this article here by IGN, the PS4 game is currently playable on PS5 with a 4K and 60 FPS update. So yes, that was correct, 4K and 60 FPS. That's actually interesting. I thought I was going to get the numbers wrong and get picked apart for that, but no, that is actually stated within this article right here. But let me know what you guys think about Horizon getting a remaster, given that its original release was back in 2017. And also, do you actually have any interest in Horizon? Because for myself personally, I actually stopped caring about Sony first party games from Horizon onwards. So Horizon was the point where I stopped caring about them, because all the games kind of looked the same. When you had Horizon in 2017, you had God of War in 2018, and it just kind of like, they were all kind of third person, over the shoulder games, and it really didn't feel like I was really getting much in the way out of it. But yeah, maybe that's just me. But let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 200 subs by the end of the year, and with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.